And okay, there we go. All right. Okay. Hey, listen, chat. I need you all to let me know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, put one in the chat and let me know if you can hear my mic. Okay. And then we're going to have Empress talk so you can see if you can hear her as well. So put one in the chat if you can hear me. Okay, great. Now, Empress, I want you to talk and introduce yourself so we can check your volume as well.
Hello, you hear me? I am Candace, but I go by many names actually. Empress Candace, Charisma. You might know
Okay.
me as many names.
Yeah, they know they can hear you as well. All right. So,
Okay.
okay, guys, now that you can hear both of us, let's get this going. I'm so excited. You all know we've been looking at Empress Candace. What you want me to call you, girl? Because you know I be calling you Empress.
Well, my new marketing, my new rebrandment, the agency, we're going by Candace.
All right, Candace. All right, it's a unfortunate name, but I'm gonna have
I
one
know
name.
that. I know that. Like, I totally forgot that's my middle name because I hate it so bad. I was like, wait. So when they were saying when they were calling me Candace Owens, it never occurred to me. Wait, that is my middle name because I just hate the name so much. I
Yeah.
had a name change, and I hate that name so much. But it's the name on my birth certificate.
Right,
So
right, right. Don't worry, don't worry. And when I look at you, I won't think of who I that normally know that name for. Okay. So anyway, so Candace, girl,
Mhm.
we have been checking you out. First time
Isn't
I,
it funny? I'm in the blue, and Candace Owens is in the red.
yeah. Well, we don't know what she is in now because she has been blackballed out of the conservative movement. So maybe she's wearing black right now. Who knows? You know. So. So we've been watching you on the whatever podcast, and
Yeah.
I when we were first of all, you came at a surprise, right?
Hmm.
And that when you came at a surprise, it was like I was like, who is that? Who? Okay, and let me tell you why I was pleasantly surprised, because as an alpha woman, right,
Hmm.
as a dominant woman, it's
Hmm.
rare to see other dominant women, other alpha women on that podcast. It's so rare, and so when you were quiet. When in the episode I'm talking about is the second one, not the first one
Hmm.
you were
I
on.
was quiet
Yeah.
for the first
You were
round.
quiet for the first half. And it wasn't until towards the middle, and everybody told me to go to that part. It's like, if you really want to see the black woman go off on Brian, go to this part. I was like, oh, she speaks? Okay. And so,
Yeah, but let me tell you this, like doing that whole podcast, the people were saying, "Oh, the black girl talks too much. She needs to shut up." And I just wanted to prove a point that I literally didn't talk in the first half of the show on purpose, but I still got the title as loud black girl. She's over talking because I literally waited. Like I let them run their mouths how long? The British girl was doing. I said, y'all have this as sassy Saint Lucia strumpet as a title. It should have been sassy British strumpet as a title. But I guess he wants to get clout off of me because I'm black. So sassy. I said, am I sassy because I'm black?
they always do that. See, here's the deal. They're not used to white, and you rarely see sassy white women, okay? So black women are more assertive. We don't play for the most part. And so to see a black woman just basically like stand her ground, that's just the norm. So, when it comes to a white woman, they'll say triggered white woman or unhinged white, like they'll
Or
do something like that.
spicy Latina?
Yeah, oh, spicy Latina, right? So, in my opinion, the Latinas are the only ones that get a pass for it. But they tend to try to punish black women for being this way, and they
Mhm.
really punish white women this way because one is not the norm. Two, they want to make sure that they don't catch on and
Mhm.
start taking up for themselves for the most part. So there's
Mhm.
that.
I think that As well, if I would have let them dominate me, then they would have say black girl gets conquered by,
Yes.
a bunch of like, so
Or
what,
black girl gets
obviously.
humbled. That is a
Exactly.
huge clicky type of
So either
title.
way, I know that I was not going to win, but I know that on TV I'm not going to lose. So
Right.
they was like, they were saying, oh, she thinks because she's getting loud, she's won. No, I just talk fast because I'm black.
It's one of and look, it's
I
one of the
just talk fast,
privileges.
especially if I something I feel so strongly about, and if he can't keep up, he can't keep up.
Right.
Yeah, but he definitely. I didn't know that there were really so many pygmies still left out in the world.
Girl, what? Holy smokes. Pick me's. Listen, let me tell you something. And I want to say it's an honor to really talk to a strong woman because this week has been a cleanse for me with a lot of weak women not only revealing themselves, but also just basically coming mask off and they're just either taking themselves out like the trash that they are, or I'm eliminating them once I find out who they are about. But it's rare. It's so rare for a strong woman to be out here without these damaged pick me's. Like I have a sister. Her name is that's not her real name, but we call her Thoughts. So she goes THOT, thoughts and players. You know what I'm saying,
Hmm.
or
Hmm.
thoughts and prayers, something like that. And she has like you talking about a cool road dog to have on your side when you want to go after someone. Like she's the one that finds the ammunition for you, the constants, and you go ahead and shoot the gun. And it's like, and then of course I have my assistant Lily, who always keep my head on straight because she sees stuff I don't see. So it's important, and this is how hundreds of women I have access to. So when you
Hmm.
find a strong woman, what I'm saying, provided she's not damaged goods, because you have some strong women who use their powers for bad. You have to understand that for every strong for every strong woman, there are 50 weak women that are either pick me's, Barbara the Builders, PayPal Peggy's, or doormat Denishas. So
they
don't
have
be surprised
they
anymore.
had
It's
all
the
type of
norm.
pygmies. They had pygmina. That's the Latina pygmy. Pygmina. They had, oh, what's the Asian pygmy.
See, I haven't
Ping
seen all
ping
those actually,
ping
but
pygmina. Pygmina. Yeah, they had. Oh, he loves Asians. He had this one clip. I think I want to say it was in the second video that I was in. He had this Asian girl. He threw her shoes to her. He threw his shoes to her, and she was like basically like bowing to his feet or something. And he played the video, of this is how women should be. So I don't know if you noticed, but he's never really against Asian women. So he's like has a fetish against Asian women, and I
you
don't
know
know.
why though, right?
We both in the industry, so we know why. I'm not gonna say why, but we both in the industry, so we
Okay,
know why.
okay, okay. I just wanted to see if you understood why that was the case. Okay, but anyway, so first of all, from my understanding, he s- he saw you or one of his representatives saw you on Instagram or whatever. How did they get you on the show the first time?
Well, actually, I he has the payment to be on the podcast, so I reached out to him, and he said that I would have to pay $300 to be on the podcast.
What?
And I said, yeah. And I said that I'll talk to my manager and I'll get back to you. I never got back to him. And so then he reached out to me and asked me, do I want to be on the podcast again? And I did accept. Um, so yeah, I went on the podcast and obviously I was paid. I would not, I would
Candace,
not,
hold on. I'm sorry. I'm still stuck at. He asked you to pay $300.
yeah.
Are women dumb enough? Are
So I
women
think there's
really
some
dumb
women
enough to
that
do
are
that?
paying 300. Maybe you know what? Maybe the $300 he's given me is what the other woman is paying. That would be crazy though. And that way he's making the pygmies pay the hoes because he won't pay them. That would make sense. Like it's probably he's really probably not coming out of his pocket. It's probably the girls who are paying to be on there, and he's giving it to the girls who.
I can't even hate on that. I can't even hate on that. Really, I promise you, I can't even hate on that. If you get dumb women who are going to sit up here and pay you to be on a show that you making millions from, I want you to understand, Brian is a multimillionaire. He doesn't have to hurt for nothing. So it's like to sit up here and pay where he got his pay piggies. He got his pay piggies, the incels that are on the program, to pay him 100, 200, $300, $500 to interrupt the show, where he gets a whole lot of $25. So those are little small super chats don't get to interrupt the show. If you pay big money, you get to interrupt the show. And he has some whales, right? And so imagine like you making all that money. You're still monetized, unlike Fresh and Fit. And yet you still sitting here and expecting other women to pay you to be. But then again, I mean, if he's going to pimp out these women like that and they're stupid enough to fall for it, what can you do?
That's them. That's
Right.
them. Like that's what they get for being a pick me show. They got picked and they had to pay to get picked, basically.
Right, right. What is like, okay, how is the atmosphere prior to
Oh my god.
filming?
Oh my god. I didn't even know. I didn't even know what I was getting myself into. I really just wanted to get the publicity, like in California, and get like more American fans. And I didn't. I'd never even watched a podcast before because I don't really watch YouTube like that. So
Really?
I
You so
thought,
you had no idea what you was walking
I
into?
nope. I had no idea. I thought I was just gonna get a chance to showcase my personality and be able to make some easy fans. And so immediately when he came in there, he was nice to me. He was kind to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to say the white girls are really, really idiots for letting one of their old men talk to them like that. Like, he was very irritated. And see, that's the thing about, I don't know, do you smoke or drink? The thing about, I
No.
know a lot of men who love to brag about how they don't smoke and drink, they could really use a drink or smoke.
Yeah.
Like he's really, really tense. Like I
Wait a
don't
minute.
I
Does
could I
Brian say he doesn't smoke or drink?
yeah, he doesn't smoke or drink. He doesn't,
Well, no,
which
no. He
actually
doesn't
makes,
smoke, but hold on. When did he stop drinking?
well, I know that he said he doesn't smoke and drink, so, but it seemed like he could use a drink, especially like when we're like on the podcast. He just seemed, I don't know if it's acting. I don't know because I'm also in the industry, but I know off cameras that's definitely not acting. But he seems very, very, very stressed out. Like I don't know. Like to me, he doesn't really like what he does. I don't
Well, you
know.
point that out during the show, though, which is true.
Yeah.
This is the reason why he didn't disagree with you. As a matter of fact, he kind of like he said, well, he kind of agreed with you by saying, well, if you have to do what I'm doing with all these women, you'll be stressed too, because you commented about his eyes, you commented about the bags underneath his eyes and how stressed he looks and all these wrinkles. But see, here's the deal. And I even put notes to it because my Brian gained a lot of weight. He's lost a little bit of it. He's still overweight, right? But once upon a time, and I can't believe I'm saying this, Brian used to be attractive. Like he used to be
Yeah, I
okay,
went to the
okay,
pictures and I saw it. I
okay.
saw it, and he definitely has changed. And I think that he knows that already, obviously. But the money is so good and so easy. He's not gonna stop. Just like the internet hosts. Basically, we're all in the same boat then.
Right, 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 right.
Hmm.
So he was very
So
tense with the
prior
white
to the
women.
show, prior to the show, like the pick me's were trying to be. Oh my god, it was so funny. Everybody tries to be so nice and friendly to each other. I don't know. I'm just kind of standoffish because I am dominant, and I don't trust females that I don't know. I'm not going to be mean to them, but
You're gonna stay
I know
clear
how
from them to see
podcasts
how
go.
they
Yeah,
are. Right,
yeah. I don't know how it's going to turn down,
right.
and so that's basically what happened. They were all being friends with each other, and then they start turning against each other. So Then obviously everybody started to pack up on me. Now there was actually another black girl on the first podcast. But she just looked white. The one that was sitting
Really?
next to me. Yeah, she just looked like she was Latina, but she had like 4C hair just pulled back. Um I'm not gonna get too much into her, but she was definitely like a pick me. And so literally she was like, Brian, calm down, calm down. He was like, shut the fuck up. You're so fucking annoying. And she just like, this is off camera, like, and they just keep like trying to kiss his ass. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Like, well, everybody
I'm
listen to. Oh my god,
sorry.
yes, and he's still like cursing them out, and they're still like just stupid. I swear to God, I didn't know that there's women that stupid and still. That's what really pissed me off in the show is like you talk about. Oh, I agree with you, Brian. Oh yeah, Andrew, you're so right. This guy, I'm not gonna say the N word, but this man literally just cursed you out and told you that you're annoying, and are you still are on his lap. Very interesting. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Oh my God. Holy smokes. So, okay. What was the whole can this is just my question. What was the whole thing with you and that pick me that you said tens don't talk to two? What was the backstory? Was
Oh,
she against you?
okay. Funny enough, me and this lady actually was staying in the same hotel. She literally came the night before, right? She came the night before. I had came the before the night she came, and so I was in the hotel lobby, minding my business on my phone, and this woman just comes up to me. You okay? And you know, black people don't play that.
No, we
You
don't.
all, you
We
all my
don't.
person. And I was like, yes. And she just came back. You okay? So now you give this is California. Now you kind of giving me crackhead energy. And I said, lady, you need to back the fuck up. Yes, this is California. Like you just coming up in my face asking me if I'm okay, and then I told her, lady, you need to back the fuck up. Excuse my language, but I had to tell her because I didn't know if she's a cracker or not. Coming up in my face, asking me, I'm like minding my business, and so funny enough, I see her in the show next day. Now she said she come on the show and say that she is blind, but and then act like she don't know me. First of all, when I walked in the show, she like acknowledged me. She looked at me and she recognized me. And then when I finally mentioned that she is a weird bitch, excuse my language, from the hotel, then she was like, "Oh, that was you, girl. I'm the only black person that was in that hotel. You know damn well that was me." She was like, "Oh, I can't see. There's only one black person in that whole hotel. You literally spoke to me this morning. We were
Not only
both
that
doing my
though, but in
makeup."
the beginning of that whole
Um,
entire, because we noticed the tension between you, not her. She was like kissing your butt, complimenting you, like half flirting with you, and you rolled your eyes at several times. And I said, "Wow!" I said, "Empress is not what Candace is not." I said Empress back then, but we're gonna keep up with your rebrand. So I was like, Candace was not here for it, and we saw the way you were reacting. You were not picking up what she was throwing down. And then when you actually was saying, well, you remember us, you kept like stepping to me in the hotel lobby. I go, oh, that's the reason why she was never like following through with the girl being nice to her. It was fake all along.
yeah, it was not just fake. Like, I don't know if you saw the beginning of that episode. She was the first pick me that decided to be pick Mina. Well, first of
Okay.
all, I'm half Latina. I
Mm-hmm.
speak more Spanish than the girl. The girl
Damn.
literally, the lady said literally that she doesn't speak any Spanish, but she happens to have a Latina accent, but she doesn't speak any
What?
Spanish. So
No.
lit, literally, she was like, the British girl was talking first, and she just wanted to be heard so bad. I'm pretty sure she paid to be on there or something. She just wanted to kept interrupting everybody and disagreeing with the women when Brian literally just cursed you out in the beginning of the show, literally, and you still like sucking him up, and you're like against all of these girls that are younger than you. But I don't know. She didn't make any sense to me.
Why
Husband,
was
husband,
she
husband,
there? Was
husband.
she
Your
there
husband
supposed
isn't
to give?
allowed to.
Was she there to give the pick me energy of I'm better, I'm older, I'm, you girls are just living
I
wicked?
think that these I think that she thinks that she just wants her opinions to be heard and young people to listen to her. But nobody's gonna listen to a retired teacher that is a half part time comedian, but it's
She's a
not
she's a
funny.
she's a comedian.
Like a some type of part time
She
comedian, retired teacher.
she a
She
part-time
just came on
comedian?
the wrong show. Part time comedian, something like that. She came on the wrong show trying to tell women about what they should and shouldn't be doing. He was like, let me tell you something. Only the idiots. So Brian, he gives us what do you call them? He gives us a list of things to do and not to do in his show, and what to wear and what not to wear. He tells us to wear cheetah print. I personally think he's trying to humiliate us and make us look like hoes.
Right. Right.
And only idiots are like stupid enough to actually wear the cheetah print. That's what I realized. So anybody that you see on the podcast that's wearing the cheetah print are real life idiots and have no type of brain. He says that cheetah print. He claims that cheetah print and animal print looks better on camera, and that you
No,
should wear
it does. It
black
doesn't
or
matter.
solid.
Oh.
That's what he said. That's what he says in the notes. And because I'm a model, I know that's definitely not true. And he's trying to humiliate us and make us look like real 304s. He claims that don't wear black. Doesn't look good on the TV. No black, no grays, no whites. It's not good for the TV.
Wait, 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 wait,
Even
wait,
though
wait,
he's
wait,
always in
wait,
those
wait.
colors. So
No blacks, no whites, no
he wants us to wear
grays.
prints. No solids, no solid colors. And so the next time he actually begged me to wear cheetah print, and I said, I already have what I'm gonna wear. I'm not gonna wear cheetah print and look like
As a
so you
matter of
can
fact, wasn't that
humiliate
what she
me
was
and
wearing
talk
was
about the way
white
that
or
I'm
gray?
dressed.
The
Yeah,
the
that's exactly why I did it.
oh girl, go ahead. Go
The
for
V neck. I said,
yes.
yeah, that
Okay.
hmm
Good,
that was
good.
just to like get the attention of the subscribers. So I wore something, to show my cleavage and kind
And
of
your
went against everything
midriff
that
and
he said
everything. You
because
even took the time to stand up and say, I just came from exercising. These are exercising clothes. And when you stood up, I was like, oh, she about to get a lot of subscribers. Because you stood up, you showed your
I know
flat
he was
stomach.
mad.
Yeah,
He
you
was
took
mad
you
as
showed your
fuck.
flat stomach. You even adjusted your little what was those? Was those yoga pants? Whatever they were, you adjusted. I said,
Leggings, leggings.
oh, they were leggings. I said, go girl. Show 'em what you got. Show and I wondered, did Brian get turned on or did he get pissed off that you did that?
Well, that's the thing. Like he never. I don't know. Like I said, he wasn't very mean to me, despite what you might see on the show. The ones he was mean to, I'm telling you, those white girls, like, and they take it. They just take it.
They don't
I've
talk
never
back
heard
at
it.
all.
No, not really. It was like they don't talk back at all. Like when the British girls came inside, they were drunk and they were like just like he was like, "Well, y'all can get the fuck out." And they just like it's I don't know. They were definitely kissing ass, and they wouldn't even get paid to kiss ass. I thought at least okay, maybe they're getting paid or something to be taking like that type of talk, but I guess they just want to be heard.
This
Um,
is just,
I guess.
you know what
But
though?
I'm really glad that he had me on his show because I feel like I represented. I beat all the stereotypes that he has about black women, and I don't apply to the stereotypes. And I think
Right.
that he thought that I did. He did not really. I don't think he's maybe studied my page like that. So he just saw a wig. Oh, yeah, she just must be one of them. Oh, I'm not one of them. I had
Yeah.
a. What did the Asian girl say? She said, "Oh, well, why are you wearing a wig? Because it goes better with his outfit."
Right, right. I think you know what I've learned, and as you can see, I have natural hair, but I have been dealing with wigs too. I like the versatility of the wigs, yeah, and I think when I put this, I have a Donna Summer wig, and it took a lot to get this hair. I actually cut some of my hair. Like my hair is like was all the way to my butt, right? And I cut about 7 inches just so I can plait this and fit underneath a wig. And when I wore it, my husband hates it, by the way, because he loves natural hair on black women, but I love it, right? And so it made me look like a new person. It made me feel like a new person. I said, I get the wigs now. The wigs are just like an outfit. You want to wear a turtleneck today, where you put on a different type of wig. You want to wear a sundress. You put that on. It's like hair is an accessory. Hair can be interchangeable.
Accessory,
Right. Just like your clothes.
depending on what you're wearing.
Right. Like this wig you have on. The first thing listen, when you came on the camera, the first thing I saw was your wig. I said, "Oh my God, girl, your wig looks so beautiful." And the way it just cascades down your body, it actually brings out the blue dress that you're wearing right now. So I don't even. I
Hmm.
think that men are just jealous because they and them
Jealous,
too can't wear wigs.
jealous, because they can't wear wigs, and that's what I'm seeing a lot of them go in and get this hair transplant thing. And I realize that's what really a lot of them is about, is, and I'm glad that those hairlines recede. I think that's God's way of humbling men. I'm so serious. I really think that's God's way of humbling men. Any man that is struggling with hairline problems in his late 20s to early 30s, I honestly believe that God himself is destroying his hairline and making him age quick. Because if man hairline didn't age, they would think that they're forever young. They would never
Yes.
accept they get old.
Yes. And,
So
and
it's a way to humble them. They need to be humbled.
yes. And this whole thing about hitting a wall, like Myron, what people don't realize, and I proved it. I even had a professional cosmetologist to come on my show to prove that Myron said he got a hair transplant, but he doesn't. What he has glued on weave. And I showed the process of how that is because he has 4C hair. And when he did have hair, and it was thick. It was never wavy because he has 4C hair, right? So now his hair is all of a sudden wavy like 4A or 3C because that is just really weave glued to his head. And I showed the procedure of how you do it. They do it in Atlanta. The gay men up here do it in Atlanta all the time. They do it in Florida. That's what he got done to his head. And he had a nerve to call women hair hat hooligans or weave warriors. And I'm like, Myron is a weave warrior too, but here's the most part. He is jealous. The reason why he attacks women so much is he's jealous of us. He's jealous that we could just put a paper bag over our head in a two-piece bikini and get way more likes than he can in the gym shirtless by himself.
Yes, can I say something about that?
Yes.
I was talking to my friend the other day, and I said a lot of men, they try to live up to the standard of how you used to be able to get women in high school, and they try to live by those standards all their life as long as they can. They try to think like beauty is necessary for a man, and that they can use that to be able to get a woman. In the gym, how long instead of going to get some money? Because at the end of the day, that's what
Facts.
women want. Women like, or the women that they want, these beautiful women that
They
they
want
want,
money.
they don't care about your abs. They do not care about how long you spend in the gym. They want you to have money.
Yes.
And a lot of them just don't want to accept that their looks just do not work anymore. This is not high school anymore. And women need beautiful women are
Right.
going to want money to
Right.
sleep with them.
Right.
Or there's women that will sleep with you, but it's not going to be the woman that you
Hell
want.
no.
So
Okay.
they don't stop, they do not accept it until that hairline start fading away, and then they realize, okay, I gotta pay. Nobody's gonna want to be with me for free. It's like until they can physically see themselves disappearing, they try so hard to see if they can live off their beauty because they're jealous that a woman can do that, can live off our beauty. But the thing is, if you want to live off your beauty, just turn into a girl. Just do what we do.
Hello.
Just turn into a
Okay.
girl, but don't think, just be a transgender. If you want to
But they
if
can't
you
pull
want
it
to
off.
get the
Hold on.
benefits of a woman,
Some of them are so hard looking, they can't even pull that off. They're not willing to. They're not
then
willing to go
just
that
be a gay
extra
man. Just be
mile.
a gay man. Just bend over. Like
Yeah.
there's men,
Well, Myron is
all
a
these
gay
men on
man. He
my
just
show
can't come out
saying
of the closet because he's Muslim.
they have his pictures already. You didn't see the pictures of him in the
Honey,
bed
who
with
you
all
think
those.
spread them? Honey, who you think spread all those
Oh,
pictures? It was me. I mean, I got it was a deal like Myron knows me personally. Myron knows I'm the one that I'm one of the rare females that like to fight him. You know, not fight him
Uh-huh.
physically, but just come at him like, you're gay. Here's this. Your ex-boyfriend, Eric Wesson. Because the white guy you see him hooked up with, that's just the same guy. Except when he's in the bed with two different guys. Okay, so when he's in the bed, there's two pictures of him with two different guys, white guys, right? That's Eric and some other guy. I don't know who that other guy is, but all the other pictures of Eric kissing on him, Eric holding him like this at the restaurant, you know, all of that is Eric Wesson, and Eric is openly gay right now. Eric is not. Eric used to be a gay fashion model, and now
Down low.
because of
Oh,
Myron, he stopped doing all of that and kind of like went underground. But my thing is that those two were lovers. And then once he graduated and decided to get into the red pill, he knew that he couldn't be openly gay as a red pillar. So that's why he decided to pretend to be straight with his beard named
what
Angie.
do, what did you think about the episode where they beat the black girl? Did you see that episode?
I sure did. Now
That
here's
was the episode. That was the episode right before I was supposed to go on,
right.
and because of that, I said no. I don't want to be associated with
I'm
that.
glad you did, and I'm because I had told you. I said, please don't go on that show, please, 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 because here's the deal. Let me just say this. Um, they invited me onto the show. There was a situation going on with Daisy. There was an Asian high class prostitute escort. She's like one of the highest. She's not that anymore because of all the drama. So she went from like a high class, like one of the huge yacht party girls, to just like a regular old escort, right? So she hooked up with the crusty one, fresh CEO, and purposely got pregnant by him in order to have an anchor baby here in America. Well, it didn't work out. He decided to send her home and said, "Go ahead and take the pill." Aborted, aborted, aborted. She got mad and everything, and basically just went out on a hate campaign, which worked to a certain degree, right? So during that time, that's when I realized that in the process of me exposing her, both of them came onto my show in the chat room. And I'm not real cool with Myron. So when Myron was talking to me, I wasn't answering him. But with Walter and was giving me some information about about Daisy. But in the process, he said, "Why don't you come on our show?" I said, "Hell nah. Why would I come onto your show so you guys can frank cancel me?" Because I said, it's not Walter I'm worried about. It's
Mhm.
Myron. And the thing about it is, I'm 6'3". That would be the most viral video ever. Is if Myron was to say so, because I will put my hands on somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? I hate you, if I hate you like that, and you want to sit up here and say you're gonna hit women, you're gonna do this to women, because he has threatened to slap women. He have said,
Oh, that is another reason why I said, what if I come on this show? Because I thought that God was telling me. I was sitting down and I was watching that episode where they hit that black girl, and I was smoking, and I was like, I think that's a sign not to go on there
yes,
because she said I should have brought my glizzy. That's what she said. So what if she did bring her glizzy and she actually did shoot, and obviously she would have missed because she was so like trying to fight everybody off.
right, right,
Somebody I could possibly lose my life trying to be on this
yep,
show because
yep.
Myron definitely. I hate to speak bad ill on people, but
He's a
Myron
bad person.
definitely
It's
has
okay.
his time coming. He's having his
Oh
time.
yeah, yeah,
His
yeah,
time
yeah,
is
yeah.
gonna come
Oh
with
yeah.
all his trolling. There's only so much trolling that you can do, and how hard you control. So I'm pretty sure that there's lots of people that's looking to get Myron, if you
Yeah.
know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah,
So
I know.
I don't
Yeah.
think I want to be associated with that.
Yeah. You
And
don't.
I do think that somebody is gonna dox him. Like you know,
No, no, no. He's already doxxed.
eventually someone is gonna dox
Well,
him.
he's already
Oh,
doxxed. Okay, where he holds the show is where he lives. It's always been that way. People know where he lives. This is why I got mad at the black community. If you ever go to my Twitter, right, you'll see me say, "Hey, black folks, stop giving empty threats. Either be about it or shut up." Because everybody know, if you've been on that show, you know where Myron lives. That's just how it is. He's always lived where he films the show. When he used to be over there in those apartment complexes before they kicked him out, he lived there because they used to host a show there. That is always Myron's MO. Myron's location is not secret. If a woman has been over to his place, I haven't even been over his place and I know exactly where he lives. The thing about it is that I think it's all talk, but I'm gonna tell you who's going to get him, which he's doing his best to calm that down, is them white boys that he talks smack against. Cause one of the white supreme pieces, that's what I call him over here on YouTube. His name is Handsome Truth. He literally did threaten. He says, I'm in Florida, boy. I'll come get you. I will come and bring you down a peg. And do you know Myron went to him a week later with an olive branch saying, yo, can we just make up? Can we just agree to disagree? Blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, this, that, and the other. And therefore, the white guy, before he got suspended off of Twitter, he did say, listen, Myron and I'm going to be respectful to Myron, but he is still not allowed in America when we get rid of everybody, but he has to go back to Africa, blah, 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 blah. But that's it. So he still got humbled, even though he asked this white guy to be peaceful with him. In my opinion, and I could be proven wrong, somebody black will probably prove me wrong. I doubt it. But in my opinion, it looks like when the white men from the white supreme pieces clan area, when they threaten Myron, Myron takes those threats seriously to the point where he wants to de-escalate it, and he does. When black people threaten him, he doesn't take it seriously.
Because it's all about people's reputation, if they're about their business or not. That's kind of how it's like in St. Lucia, when there's been a threat made by like maybe a Lucian versus like a Syrian, is not
Yeah,
because the history of who's actually really gonna do what they say gonna do.
right, right. Also, the most dangerous person is not going to tell you. They're not. They don't want you to be
Exactly.
prepared. The most dangerous
That's like
person is not going to
that
give you
must
a
be
warning.
that's not a coincidence. I told myself that's not a coincidence. This is literally the show right after I'm supposed to go in, and there's a piece of the clip where the white girl literally is smiling. She's holding the black girl in a headlock, and she's smiling like.
Yeah. The black woman should have never got on that show in the first place. There was nothing in
She
it.
also she also said that she did not know what she'd never watched the podcast before. She
But
was just
see,
there trying
she
to promote my
lied because
music.
she lied though, Candace. And let me tell you why she lied. I mean, let me tell you how I know she lied. Because unless she took that video down, and if she did, I got the copy. Right before she was going on the show, she took her camera and she filmed herself and said,
Mhm.
yeah, guess what? I'm about to go over there and set shit off. I'm about to do this and blah, blah, blah. Watch me basically show them how it's really done. I'm about to put Myron in his place. She talked big smack before she even got on the show.
Oh yeah, I did see that video.
Okay.
I did see that
So
video.
she knew.
Mhm.
She knew. My thing is that, and I don't mean to, listen, if you're going to go on that show, you're going to have to know how to fight. That black girl didn't know how to fight. I
And
like,
be emotionally in
there you
control.
go.
You see,
Yes.
if I never watched Sheriff Seven, I would have probably like maybe cried or. But that's the whole point why he's bringing us there to
Right.
exploit our female hormonal
Right.
emotions
Because he hates
and
women,
to
though.
make us
You
look
understand? And he
crazy.
has to exploit women.
To make us look crazy.
There you go.
People who don't have emotional control should not be doing podcasts, and that's why the Latina woman, she like why she got so triggered. It's like she was stupid. She don't even know how podcasts work. We're not friends. This is not about a friendship. This is about entertainment and marketing to me. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
that's what like a lot of them don't realize. There's some people on there just like only I feel like only the idiots. Like I was really shocked when I was on whatever podcast. They're really sitting here telling him the truth. Like this is like they really sitting here telling him the truth. You have an in or outie. Oh, how many people have you fucked? When was the last time you did this? And they're just sitting here telling the truth. And that's what he likes. Idiots. No way. No way. No way.
Let's talk about that because that's a little that kind of depresses me a little bit about how women. First of all, you're going into the lion's den, right? You're not prepared for the outcome, even when you find out about them, right? and you
Mhm.
allow men to not yeah, you just allow men to disrespect you like that in front of a live audience. Why do you think that that is so common with a lot of these women?
I think that they're very young, and that's why I called him a pimp, and that's why he mainly does go after young women to be on his show, because they really don't know what they're doing and that they're exploiting themselves with the things that they're saying. You see, I'm in the industry, so saying these things actually wouldn't hurt me as much as them, because they're supposedly against sex workers and OnlyFans girls, and they don't realize that okay, you're in college, you're on the show talking about your sexual experiences and promiscuity. um if you put a lot of them want to be doctors and this and that and lawyers, you're literally putting yourself in a box with the type of husband that you can have. You literally set yourself up for failure. The whole point of you going to college is so that you can look good in front of people, and then you like, because you're young, your younger self went on the internet and said all these disgusting things. Now what type of now you would never probably get anybody in the government. Now you would never probably get anybody in a high, rank, because they're gonna pull up these videos of you talking about that you have an any, and that
Ah,
you
I
had
see where
sex
you're going.
with 59 men. Basically, they don't even realize how stupid that you look. But you're against sex workers. You really just set yourself up to basically never really be successful in what you're trying to be successful in. Because what man of a high ranking, like I said, is going to want people to be able to pull up videos of his wife saying that she slept with 50 guys by the age of 23? You understand? Like,
Yeah, no, no, no.
that's why
I
I said,
totally
like,
get it. Because what you're saying is that they don't think about the consequences and repercussions in the future. You know what I'm saying? They only thinking about the
mhm,
right now. They're
their
not thinking about the future.
reputation,
Right.
because they're not in the industry. Like, so I never said, how many people or any of my truths, especially about my sexual history, but they were saying it, and they actually want to get a good man. That's the whole reason why they're not doing OnlyFans, because they think that's the way to attract a good man. But now what man? Now what man? You literally just close your box and say what type of man you
Yeah.
can get. So 50 bodies at 23.
Yeah,
Imagine,
yeah,
like, by
you're
the time you
right.
want to
You're
get married,
right.
as
How
when
do
you're 35 years old.
I want to how do like say for I'm very interested in trying doing my best to empower women. It's a freaking hard position to be in. I'm not gonna lie, because I come in contact with so many weak women. Then I have other weak women getting in my way. Then I have to fight those heifers out off in order to continue
Hmm.
doing what I gotta do. It's something
Hmm.
because I like to fight. It's not a big deal. But the thing about it is that I'm thinking like, how could someone go about helping the young women uh shut up? You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Well,
whose
let me
business
tell
is
you
it how many
something. A
people you
lot,
slept with?
the women that don't look like you, they don't want to listen to you. So that, like, even
Ah.
I never really realized like how
Oh.
I've been all around America for about a month and a half, and I want to say that California probably is one of the most racist places I've been to. So like, they don't really want to listen to you because I don't look like them. Not even the light skinned black girl, because in her head she thinks because she's half Mexican, but your hair is more coarse than mine.
Mm-hmm.
But because I guess I'm the darkest one, why should I listen to you? Don't look like me. I'm better than you, so why would I listen to you? That's
Mm-hmm.
basically what's going on. So they would never listen to me. They would never listen, which is fine. I don't. They sitting in their own seat. I don't want them to listen to me. They want to re-listen to themselves and literally cry
So then it's
with the
just
things
like
that
they
they were
just got to
wearing,
suffer for their own consequences. They
the
can't
way that
be
they
helped.
presented themselves on TV. Yes, like literally, people should not go on those podcasts unless you really know something about social media marketing, about stage presence. Like, a lot of them didn't even know how to sit up properly. Like, they have all type of heat, and that's what he enjoys, is seeing these women get up there and humiliate themselves. There's gonna be women who's gonna beg Brian to take their video down, and he's not going to do it.
Mm-mm. 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 Uh-uh. He's a, as a matter of fact,
People talk about, oh, your kid's gonna see your OnlyFans. A lot of, these girls that don't have OnlyFans, your kids is gonna see you talking, literally going on the internet for free and talking about all of your promiscuous past and history and how you had
and
no
then
remorse for it, and
demonstrating
it's
how
gonna
you
be
give
on there
head.
forever.
Like they're doing all
And
this
it
stuff.
and they wasn't even in the industry. They just giving it up for free. Like, see, the thing is, like, I'm trying, when the time I have children, that my life and my children's life is so nice, they literally can see why their mother made that small sacrifice, because they're living in my truth. They won't be around, like, regular children. They won't, so they will never know, or feel bullied. That's what people don't realize. Like, if you actually do make it in the industry as an OnlyFans girl, your children won't be around regular children for them to be telling them anything.
True, true, true. Me and Jasmine was talking about that. She's another a woman from OnlyFans and makes a killing. She's
Mhm,
also alpha as well. And like I said, I
mhm.
take to alpha women so much because I can learn a lot from them, and then try to help other women who are not alpha to. I guess some of them
Mhm.
can't be helped, but the ones who are seeking help, to help them. What was you about to say? Sorry about that, Candace.
Yes, I people need to learn. Women need to learn the art form if they are, like, not alpha. Because I'm not a born alpha. I'm a learned alpha.
Ah,
Because I had to study how to be.
talk about that.
And
How did you become a learned alpha? Because I have to say I was born alpha, and because of my upbringing. But how did you? I think that's encouraging to learn that you can learn alpha. Go
so
ahead.
I can go in and out of it. So if there's a man that I need to be submissive with, it's in the Art of Seduction, by
Yeah, yeah, I
Robert
know all
Greene.
about that. I have the book.
So
Yes.
there's some men that I don't use the alphaness with. But depending, I observe my surroundings, and if I'm around a bunch of predators, I have to be a predator. Do you know Mina Ephron? I have the book. It's called Lady Balls, but she speaks about predators and preys. So if I'm around a bunch of predators, I have to become a predator myself to be able to deal with
What is
them.
it? Hold on,
I
hold on.
have
What
to
is it?
change my
What is
aura
it again?
completely so I won't be humiliated.
What is the name of the book?
Lady Balls by Mina Ephron.
Balls. B
Lady
A L L.
Balls.
Okay. I love
B
reading
A L
books.
L S. Lady
Okay, got
Balls.
it. Thank you. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
She goes live with Shira Seven a lot. Her and
Does
Shira
she
Seven
win?
go live a lot together in the past.
Oh, in the past. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So in the past, and they still follow each other now, so that's where I actually got the book from. And I was never even big on reading, but when I read that book really helped me understand how the human mind works, and why it's important to be able to come out of the dominance and submissive role, whenever you need to observe. She talks about predator and prey, so I really already know that I'm in front of a predator, so I'm not going to be a prey. I have to turn myself into a predator, and I cannot let them dominate me, especially women. Like, I might become, the only way I can be submissive is for a child, a friend, or a man. But strange woman, you never be submissive around them. You assert dominance right away. So that's another reason why I was not friendly with none of them, because I know how the show, after the first show, I know how it would work already. Everybody's gonna turn against everybody, and you're gonna feel hurt that you thought this person was your friend. So I try to assert dominance. Dominance is like even the way that you carry yourself, how you put your posture up, all of that is a certain dominance. People are sitting like this, or just looking at you, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and you're
Uh oh.
like,
No, 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 no. What happened? Ah! Hold on, guys. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Oh no! That was going so. Okay. Oh shoot. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on. That was going so well. Hold on. Trying to. Okay, it's saying trying to reconnect. Connection interrupted. Ah! She was on the road too. Okay, she'll connect back. Hold on a second. Hold on. Okay, here she comes. She back. She back. Hey,
oh,
there you're back. You're back. I hear you, but I don't see you yet. Hold on a second.
my phone overheated.
Okay, there you go.
My phone is overheating. My phone overheated.
Oh no! Do you want to
Can you
put
hear
some
me?
ice in it or
My
something
phone
like that?
overheated.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you said your phone overheated. Do you want to
Uh-huh.
put some
I
ice
might
or?
have to come back.
Okay.
I might have to come back.
Okay.
So text me, and I'll let you know when I get some more charge and I can come back.
All right, girl. So,
All right.
wait. How many more minutes you think I should contact you in, like 30 minutes or what?
I want to say, yeah, maybe like 25, 30 minutes. Yeah,
All right, I'll do
I
that.
can get some more charge. All
Okay.
right.
All right. Bye bye. All right. Oh no, that was getting so good. Ah. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Oh, it was getting so good. It was getting so good. It was getting so good. Um, how can I make myself bigger in this? Hold on, chat. Look. Hold on. Let me see. Where's the webcam? Ah, is it this one? Yeah, here we go. Hold on, chat. By the way, I can come up. I had no idea she's in Georgia. I found out today that she's in Georgia. Um, okay, we'll deal with this. We'll go like this. Let me look at the chat for a second. We'll be right back with her. Okay, hold on a second, chat. Where you at? Where y'all at? Her phone overheated. Okay, there you go. That was out. Let's see. Okay, that interview was awesome. I know. It was just getting. She was about to cook. Okay, I don't care if that shows. That's fine. Um, she was cooking, and then the phone went bad. Ah, she was just about. What was the point? Because I got to remember the point that she was about to make. I got to think about the point she's about to make before when she comes back in 30 minutes. Because then when she comes back in 30 minutes, we're gonna have to stop when it stops. But hold on a second. I think she was talking about alpha. She says, hold on. She was talking about when she was talking about when she faced off with predators, and she knows it. She noticed some women are born this way, and that some women train themselves to be out. Because I was born alpha, right? Um, it's just my nature, but it felt so good. Yeah, becoming a learned alpha. Thank you, Aya. I think that is so important. And you know what? I'm so helpful. I'm so hopeful because I have been having that, concern with women. Like, okay, are women not going to learn how to be alpha? Because, oh my God, if you ladies could just learn how to be alpha, I promise you, your world would be so much better. Your world would be so much better if you could learn how to be alpha, even if it's not in your character and not in your personality. So she said that women that were hunched over, they were looking down. Thank you, Kesty. Kesty, I think that's how you say your name. She said those women at the thing they were looking down, or they were like hold on. Okay. Just in case she calls here. Okay. She said the women were looking down and either had bad posture and stuff like that. Phew. Hold on, what she said. I agree, Tree. She's going to drop some gems for the pick-me's that can be saved. I'm gonna say this: most pick-me's can't be saved. I've just already, some canned. I'm gonna say out of 100 percentile of pick-me's, only 20% can be saved and turn around and stop being pick-me's. I am now in a position where a lot of these pick-me women, they're just doomed to be that, and they need to be, handled accordingly. And for her to be, I think it's a good dynamic where you have a woman born alpha versus a woman who learned alpha. And she's right. If you're surrounded by predators, the worst thing you can do is be a prey. And what a lot of women tend to find themselves doing is they think by being the prey that they will get mercy. That's the worst time. So they think, so it's like let's look at the situation with Brian and all the girls he was mean to. Brian sitting here cussing these girls out, bucking at them, talking down upon them, and they think that if they, because Brian is being a predator at that moment, so they are thinking that, well, let me be the humble prey and say, yes, Brian, I'm so sorry for making you upset. It doesn't do anything but incentivize the predator to continue pouncing on you. But when you, as an alpha woman, and him as a predator starts coming to me with that energy, and I match it, even escalating it up, it makes him think twice. What did I tell you all? I said, crazy women don't have stalkers. And when you teach people how to treat you, they think twice to come towards you. And another thing I want to say is that the only downfall, and this just comes with the territory, the only downfall about being alpha and being a strong person or a strong woman, weak people will gather together to try to bring you down. It won't be successful, but the fact that they're trying it will be annoying. Okay. Tree, in that episode, the pygmy stopped talking for most of the episode because Brian kept telling her to shut up after she was defending him. I don't know what episode that is. Let me tell y'all something about me. So when you have to tell me what you see. Because being alpha and dominant is such a lonely world, when I see someone who has just a morsel of dominance and alphaness, I zero in on that person. Remember when we were watching the episode, we didn't watch it for Candace. We were watching it because of the girl who basically the British girl or Scottish girl, whatever her accent is, with the bad extensions. She was calling out on Andrew and his him actually committing adultery while being married to Taraka. Okay. And him having two of his daughters out of wedlock. We thought that she was going to put him on blast. It wasn't, and Candace was quiet for the first half of the show. It wasn't until she starts to pop off after Brian kicked those girls off that I was like, who's this? Harpo, who this woman? Who this woman, Harpo? Who is she? And what happened? I was zeroed in on her because it is exactly Morgan says is extremely lonely. So we are used to the loneliness, but when we see another woman like us, we are like, it's like we have nothing but blinders on. We're only focused on her. So the pick-me's y'all talking about, I don't know anything about them unless Candace had an interaction with them. So the pick-me who's in her 40s, the only reason I know about her is because of the famous lines, 10s don't talk to 2s. 10s don't talk to 2s. That's the only reason I know about her. And it was another pick-me who was wearing all orange. The reason I know about her is because she had a little back and forth with Candace. And of course, the British girl who was in the center, of course, I'm going to remember her, right? So it's like those are, but the rest of those women are invisible. And if Brian is like talking to those women, mind you, white, I don't white women, when y'all gonna rise up? When y'all gonna rise up, white women? Like, how you gonna let this white man talk to you this kind of way? Hold on. Speaking of white women, I was listening to the a stream by Sal Halaman or whatever that guy name is. He's Sal Halaman or something, the Muslim guy, right? After the Hawk Tour rug pull for the cryptocurrency, I went to his space and just listened. And Myron was in there, and Myron was doing all his, oh, but the women are this and that. And she didn't, he was just basically talking about why the crypto fell is because men are simps and going after and just following stupid women. So he just wanted to make it because a woman did this. He forget all about Boogie and Andrew Tate and all the other men who did a rug pull. And in addition to Marquetta. Okay, Marquetta did a rug pull. Myron don't want to talk about those men. He just wants to talk about this one woman. Anyway, the men were actually going after him, but here's what I saw. This is my second time seeing white men allow their women to be disrespected. So Myron this girl, this lady, actually, she's a lady, began to talk, and Myron said, shut up, get back in the kitchen. You are nothing but a 304. You hoes don't know this, blah, blah, blah. And because that white woman could not fight back, because she don't know how to fight back, she just left the space, and the white men did nothing.
Boom! Headshot!
They did nothing. They did not check him. They did not correct him. They did not punish him. They let him do that to their women. So here's the thing, and I've been thinking about this for a while. Why do we have so many weak men? And I began to think about those white men. I said, those white men let this Black Sudanese man disrespect their white woman in front of them, and they did nothing. No, I know some people are going to say fatherlessness, right? I don't believe that no more. You know what I believe? Because it only makes sense. Who is the first teacher of men and women? Doesn't matter your gender. Who is your first teacher? Your mama. Is it possible that when you have a weak mama, you're going to have a weak son? Let's look at the men today, right? Andrew Tate. Why is Andrew Tate such a huge POS? Look at his mama. This woman decides to have 3 kids, but I didn't do.
Boom! Headshot!
3 kids from a man who don't have no job. 3 kids from a man who beat up on her. 3 kids from a man who ain't gonna do nothing but get in his car and go from chess match to chess match to chess match. 3 kids by a man who ain't loyal to nobody but himself. She's weak. She's a POS. She was the first teacher to these men. And it seems to me that when the mama is bad off, I'm only saying this for men, not women, because for some reason, it has an opposite effect on women. Okay? Because a lot of women come from bad mothers, but they don't necessarily turn out like their mamas. Not always. I didn't turn out like my mama, right? I didn't turn out like her at all. But I want you to understand, it's that Tate's mom is not a good woman. She ain't a woman that got high self esteem either. And she did a terrible job displaying the characteristics of a woman worth her salt. Look at who she decided to breed with. And let's look at Myron. Myron, all he kept talking about his mama, his mama, his mama. Why does Myron always talk about his mama? Because his father was too busy working. His father was barely at home. So who was he constantly around? His mama. Now, okay, she ready to come back. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay, she's coming back. All right, girl, hold on a second. Hold on, hold on. Okay, you're back. Yay, you're back, girl. We was having a good look. Girl, hold on. I'm gonna tell you where you left off because you was cooking. You were
I
cooking, girl.
have it right here, actually. I
Okay,
want to
great.
read it to you.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, this book is really torn up because I dropped it in the rain in Barbados, and I made the taxi. I paid the taxi literally $200 to go back and get this book, and it had to drive. It had to drive for like 2 weeks. But here's what it looks like. It's called Maiden Ball
Oh.
by Mina Irfan. I don't know if
Oh,
you've ever
thank you.
seen
Okay. Okay,
this
got it.
woman. So she
Yep.
says, before predators, who they are and what they want from us. Before I continue with the techniques that help me break the addictions to suffering, not only for myself but also for tens of thousands of my students, let's discuss predators. All human beings are part human and part divine. Our humanness grounds us to this planet and is our connection to the animal kingdom and tied to our evolutionary history. Our divinity is the part that makes us a child of God. It's the part tied to our consciousness, creativity, oneness with all things, and give us access to the medical physical realm. Most humans fall somewhere in the middle of the human divine spectrum. Then we have outliers we may refer to as saints, monks, and other extraordinary ordinary people who are more divine than human. These amazing people clearly seem to have more access to the celestial realms than us. Predators are the outliers in the other direction. They are more human, almost animal like in their makeup and consciousness. It is
Hmm.
important for you to understand they do not think, feel, or behave like you and me. This is why trying to reason with them or emotionally appeal to them in any ways does not work. Their brain is wired differently than yours. They
Hmm.
perceive the world very differently as well. I sat through hours of interviews of convicted predators as part of a class assignment and university, simply fascinated how someone can look so human and be so animal.
Mm.
Um, Okay, so also I'm gonna just read this outline. It is also important to note that there is a little predator or animal part in all of us. This is the part that gives us access to dark energy when needed. Our hunter ancestors needed this part to hunt animals for food and to defend themselves and their tribe. This is a necessary part of our physical makeup. As someone who has tendency to overgive, people please, and other overdoing behaviors, you have to look out not only for evil predators, but also everyone's natural predatory instincts. Read this twice. People like us can activate the predator instincts even in normally, generally good people. There are predators that are animalistic with anyone and everyone, and then there are normal people who take advantage of it because you allow it.
Ah, true.
Predators, they go after people who they can sense will be easy targets. That's what Brian does. And typically comes from broken or weak family units. If you have ever found yourself thinking, why do I attract such people in my life? Do I have a sign on my back? I want you to know that you do. It is an energy that people like us send out, and their animalistic
Facts.
instincts can sniff it out. So they said basic babes. That's a title she uses in the book. I can explain it later, but she says basic babes are often targeted and used for their energy and life force. So basically, this book has learned me to understand, like, as soon as I come, and like Jeffrey Dahmer, he was more predator than divinity. So uh his animalistic percentage was probably 80 to 20. So maybe 20% divinity, 80% animalistic. Then you have people like Gandhi, obviously more divinity than animalistic. So once you get to realize that it's going to be very hard if you don't accept that humans are animals. And
Yes.
so that means that we do have certain behavior that we just cannot deny. And once you get to understand that behavior, it's be very easy to control and to predict people. Every female, unless there's something wrong with you, usually thinks kind of the same, just like every male does. So, once I enter a situation now, no matter where I'm in, and I could be jogging down the street, I automatically see who is a predator in here and who is a prey. And if there are preys in there, and I'm coming to dominate on a podcast, I'm obviously going to be the predator. I'm not going to be the prey, obviously. I'm
Obviously.
not going to be the prey. Especially, I'm up against a predatory man. What am I going to let him sink his fangs into me? No, I'm going to sink my fangs into him.
Right.
And to see a woman predator, this is personally what I think. She didn't say this in the book, but a woman predator is more dangerous because you don't
Yes,
know.
we
You
are.
don't know. You don't know when you're dealing with us. We could be so beautiful and alluring. You could always tell
Yes.
when a man is a predator.
Right.
So, he invited what he thought was a prey on his show because I'm so cute and I'm so pretty. And he thought, oh, yeah, this is a good one. I can humiliate her. But women, the most beautiful predators like Marilyn Monroe, these very soft looking, very feminine looking, and they the most grimiest one like Brittany Rayner. All of these women, Steve Harvey's wife, Lori
Oh
Harvey, they're all
yeah.
predators. They're predators in disguise. They say a witch can look two ways. Either they're very beautiful or they're very ugly. It's
Ugly.
only
They're
one of the
one of
two.
the two. Yes. Yes. I never looked at it as predator and prey, and it's so interesting. I can't wait to get this book too, because as a dominant woman, like for example, yesterday when I entered the gym, right? I entered the gym and I scanned the place. I didn't go like this, but it was like I just
See
casually
who's
looked
around,
and
what kind of
see
people you're
who
around.
was where. Okay, and because I'm tall, my posture is extra perfect there. I want men to know that, hey, I'm using this machine. I don't even leave anything on it. Normally, like if I'm on a machine, I normally like leave something on it. I just wanted to practice my dominance to see that men know I'm using this machine. Even if I walk to the bathroom, I expect to come back to an empty machine. It works every time. It's like it's like when another predator, or in this case, like I was saying, I was trying to out alpha the alphas and
Uh huh. Uh
accept
huh.
and to establish a territory. Right, this is mine, and when I'm done with it, I'll let you know. Like I'm done with it. It's like I wanted to see if it worked, and it did work. But I guess you could say it is like a predator because there are times where men will look at a woman and assume if she's very beautiful, if she's very dainty. I don't look feminine. Like right now, I got a baseball card standing other. When I'm out in the gym, I don't look like that either. But when I want something, when I really want to work my magic, baby, I'm looking fierce. I'm looking very feminine. My voice gets lighter, okay,
Hmm.
and I don't have my stance as much. As a little bit, my posture's a little bit down, so it can make
Hmm.
me look like I have low self esteem. But I'm doing that to get what I want from men who think I'm a prey. It works every time.
Hmm. And then you get to a point once you become like, well, I use my predatory instincts if I want to scare away a man.
Okay.
So like obviously like cat callers or guys at the gas station, I have to turn on my predatory instincts, and let me tell you, they don't even want nothing to do with me. They can sense it. They can sense what I am. Literally, they can smell it on me because they're predator themselves, and they realize, oh, she's not one of them.
Right,
She's one of
right,
them that could
right, right,
possibly,
right,
get me. And they typically like avoid me. Well, let me tell you, I started to really study that predator and prey instinct because what I do for a living.
right.
Predators are out at night. Preys are out in the morning. After the sun goes down, you will only get predators, and you should take that advice. Like women should take that advice when they're dating. Just know when you're out at night, there's nothing that's gonna be outside but predators.
Nice. Good point.
That is like why when you're looking for men with money, the praise are out 6, 7, 8, and their places praise are going to be places where they feel safe. It works in the same as the animal kingdom. It's the same way we are. Praise feel safe at the coffee shop, anywhere where there's a lot of security. So like libraries, coffee shops, maybe cigar lounge, very low type of drama places. Predators are opposite. They like, crowds. They don't even wake up. They wake up at a certain time, just like the predatory animals. They wake up at, later in the daytime. They have a hard time waking up in the morning. They're just naturally like 12 and up. A lot of the rich men start to go back in their homes, or they're where they're gonna be until they go back home by 12 o'clock. That's what a lot of people
Girl,
don't
you are
understand.
spitting some game. Holy smokes. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I think I'm a predator. Hold on. Let
You
me tell you
probably
why.
are.
Hold on. Let me just say something. Let me tell you why. I I just recently changed my schedule. I'm nocturnal and I work out. I love being out at night. I told my audience that, guys, because what I used to do, I stopped the schedule for like 2 weeks now. And before I changed my schedule, Candace, I
Mhm.
would go to the gym at 11 p.m. at night, and then I would come home to my husband about 4 a.m. But I'm like, but that's because before then, because he was complaining about me coming home so late, I would come to the gym at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I
Mhm.
would come home about 6 o'clock because I like to see the sunrise and sleep during the morning times. And it's like
Mhm.
now that I'm on this new schedule, I can adapt, but it's like I can adapt to the day, but it's like I feel so alive at night. What do you think about? Like I do. I feel alive. I feel
Mhm.
safe. I just
Well,
feel
I'm
like
like
that's
I'm
my
like the
time.
opposite. Well, I'm like the opposite. That's why I said I'm a learned predator. I'm not a natural predator. I'm like the opposite. Like I feel so alive during the day, but like what I do because I want to catch men. What they call it, I call it fishing. It's almost like a hunt. So if you like a predator and you're trying to find prey, you have to go hunting. You have to be out the time that they're out. You have to be places the time that they're in places where they feel like they met you on a coincidence, but everything was planned from the outfit that you wear, from the way that your hair was, from even the activity that you're doing, like just seeing the pretty girl running through the neighborhood. They think that's a coincidence, but that's very everything that you're seeing. You have to be seduction can only work when it's planned. Seductors and seductress always plans. They're almost like a play. They don't freestyle. They plan everything that they do to make sure it goes right. It's us almost like acting. So, a couple of books all together can kind of help you come in and out of being a predator versus prey. Like when I'm around women, like I said, especially in the workplace, I don't work anymore, but back then I was definitely like a prey. And people can sense it off me. I couldn't understand why everywhere I go, people want to bully me or mistreat me because I walk like this. I'm carrying myself like a prey, like I'm vulnerable. And so they're going to want to dominate me because that's what predators do.
Mm.
So like I think there are probably a couple of learned predators. Like I think Zendaya is kind of a learned predator. She started off in the industry as a prey, but she had to also Rihanna. She started off. She's a learned predator as well. I want to say maybe even Beyonce is a learned predator.
Yeah. Hold on. When I say yeah, I'm saying yes to Rihanna. I think
Hmm.
Rihanna is a learned predator after all the things that have happened to her. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Uh, with her being naive and gullible and open and this and the other, with her being taken advantage by so many men. And then, of course, the Chris Brown incident, and then her going back to him. I think once she got into her predator or her alpha state, you know what I'm saying? That's how she's able to be in a good relationship right now
The
where
and a
she's the dominant.
billionaire.
Huh?
Yeah, she's a billionaire now.
Yeah.
Who's else is a prey? Keisha Cole is a prey, and she only attracts predators because she has literally the sign on my head. I'm hurt.
Dude,
I'm hurt. I come.
I am so
She's a prey.
disgusted with her. She's so invisible to me. But you're right. And I can't
She's a prey.
ugh, ugh. Good point. Good point. Good point. Wow. Hey, ladies, I want you all to get that book. This is phenomenal. What else can what?
Lisa Ray is a predator, but she was a learned predator. She was a learned predator. She had to learn how to be a predator because she was around a lot of predators. Nicole Murphy is a born predator. That's a
Okay.
born predator.
You know what? I can see that.
Did you see the interview, like when she was speaking about, how Nicole was her best friend, and she went after her husband, and Lisa's Ray mother literally told her, you need to watch out for that one, and she was like, huh, that one I couldn't see it. But the reason why Nicole Murphy was ever probably even her friend in the first place, because she knew what the mission was. She's a predator. She knew what her
Ah.
mission was, and she could sense that
Wait,
Lisa
oh
Ray
my
sister.
God. So she was purposely her friend, being that she saw her as a prey, because her.
Opportunity.
Oh, God
Opportunity. That's
damn.
what
Damn,
that's
this is
what
good.
opportunity. Like step on the back to get where you want to go. Pretend to be a friend to get to where you want to go. That happens like actually it usually happens when the girl doesn't have any status. So that's probably why Lisa never thought that she'd do that to her, because she already has her own status. But some praise just they just really enjoy the game. Praise like the hunt. There's someone that just love the hunt. They're very dangerous
How
women.
does a prey, a woman who's working on becoming a predator, how does she protect herself from other preys, whether they're men or women?
Lie. Lie. Stop telling the truth.
Mm.
But praise always tell the truth.
Yeah,
And
they're
that's
always
the
honest. Yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
predator cannot get you or hurt you if he doesn't know the truth. If you tell him lies and when he's trying to hurt you, you know that's not the truth, he cannot hurt you. He cannot figure how to manipulate you or destroy you if he's basing off of lies. So like if you have no father, no, don't tell a man that. Tell a man the opposite. Oh, I have a father. Oh, my father pays for this apartment. He
Oh,
sends me
wow.
money. You'll actually scare a lot of predators
Cause,
away. That
cause
works all the
I
time.
agree with Shira Seven about women never telling men that they have children. So I
Mhm.
agree with that. So you bring a good point of that women who don't have fathers should never
Should
tell.
never actually tell
Good thing. Yeah.
lie and say that you are a daddy's girl and your dad's paid for everything. Trust me, you're gonna see a complete different reaction from these men. They're not gonna want nothing to do with you because they know they're in competition and they would never match up for your father. They would never even try to even waste your time. Like I tell men that all the time. Oh, my dad just sent me this. Oh, my dad pays for it. When they ask me what do I do, I said my dad sends me money. You could see, you could just see their whole face change. So they complain about how black women are fatherless, but the ones that have good fathers, they also don't like that either because our standards are too high and the games and tricks cannot work, and they don't even bother to waste time because they know we're not going to fall for it. You should
Wow.
never tell a man that you don't have a father. Always say, I'm a daddy's girl and I'm spoiled. I come from a great home, even if it's not true. Even if it's not true,
They
you
won't
need
know if it's
to,
not true anyway, right?
because that gives you control over the situation when you lie. And that's why people teach you that lying is bad, because they want to have the control. They want to have the control. But if you're lying, and that's why Brian couldn't get me, because I lied a lot doing that podcast. No way you're going to get me to tell the truth and just so you can use it against me, or that actually probably would trigger me. But you can't trigger me if it's a lie.
Right.
So that's why, I was able to hold my whole composure so bad, like that he tried to use the prostitute word. That
Yeah, I
isn't
don't
like
care
okay.
because that
If
came
nobody
from Andrew, by the
cares.
way. That came Andrew tried that on me, and the woman I was talking about, Jasmine Jafar, all thanks to her, she just basically said, "Well, I didn't even know what a hoe or 304 what, because she's from I think Iran, or Iran, one of those places, and she's very beautiful and she's very alpha, and when men talk to her." Because she has such a great body. They call her, oh, she's from Iran. They call her, oh, you're just a prostitute, or you're just, oh, and it never phased her. And I said, girl, teach me your secrets. How does it not phase you? She says, well, I mean, if they want to call me that, their whole objective is to trigger me, make me upset in order to shame me. You can't shame me for something I love to do. So if they're saying that I'm a prostitute because I sell nude pictures, okay, fine. All right,
Next, what
according
else
to
you have? Like next,
right.
now what? I
Yeah,
guess I'm a prostitute, and what's next now?
right. Now what? And then that's when they're powerless, because if you they want you to fight and defend. I'm not a prostitute. I'm
I'm
not a
a,
hoe. I'm not
yes,
this. They because men get off on you being upset. They love it. But when you go, okay, I'm not. Yep, I am. I'm a prostitute. I'm a hoe. I'm a 304. I'm all this. Now what?
and
Nothing.
you like I said like I always tell people, Because you know, then when they can't get you, they like to pay the crazy card. You're crazy or something's wrong with you. Y'all still gonna want to fuck me, whether something's wrong with me or not.
Boom.
Y'all still a prostitute or not. Y'all still going to want to fuck me. So
Every
why are you
time.
even mentioning this? And like any of that even matters to you,
Right. Right. They still want us. They
which
still
means
gonna
that
want us.
they're yeah, they still going to want to have sex with me, which means their standards are lower. Right now this Sophia Rain girl is going so viral on Twitter because she's made the $43 million, and
Yeah.
so many men are so angry and upset. But it's like they like to say being a naked on the internet does not take away from your femininity as a woman. But why don't they? The real question is why do they not talk about all the men who spreading their backsides open on the internet, but opening their legs, touching themselves, bending over, sticking things in other places. Why are they not talk? All these OnlyFans boys, how come they don't have nothing to talk about them? How they're actually way more degenerate than a woman? Because literally, as a
Because
man,
they want to
they
switch
want to
places with
ignore
us.
they want to ignore and make it seem like it's literally just women, but literally it's so way more tackier to be a heterosexual man and be on the internet with your booty cheeks out, your booty cheeks open, your legs open, spreading down, but they don't talk about that. They don't talk about all those men that made millions of dollars because they really wish that they can trade places with us. They really want to
They
be able to
do.
wake up and be pretty and stuff, but they don't realize that it's not what it really looks like. That people always want to rape you, that
Right.
people always want to humble you,
Right.
that everybody automatically envies you
Right.
or thinks that you think that you're all that and conceited and have all different type of stereotypes about you.
Right.
They literally make it so like uncomfortable to be pretty. Like I think that's why they drag Brittany Renner so hard.
Yeah.
There are so many grown men that are like out with young women, but they're not dragging them hard. They're
Right.
taking just it's because Brittany Renner has control and she's a seductress, a manipulator, and predator, and they can't stand to see it.
And
They
every
can't stand to see
man
her.
still, regardless of how they want to talk about her, if she ever gave them a time of day, they
Chance
would
for
take her.
sex,
They could take
they
her
would take
upon
it.
her
And
offer.
he's a grown the man that she's with. He is a grown man. He's decided to make his own decisions. He decided to be with her. He
Mm-hmm.
knew what he was getting himself into.
Right. They all do though. They all do. It's like they want to sit up here and call them simps if they do it, but it's like you all are. And I call them slaves to their ding ding down there, right? They
Mhm.
don't have any dingling discipline, and when you don't have dingling discipline, well, then basically women are in control every time. Okay,
I think a lot of the men are really bisexual. They're
you
not what you call
think
it.
so?
They are not in their head. They think that they're not like gay. But if you have it into your head that you can only be around a woman unless you're having sex, then you do not really like women. You like sex. A lot of people, like a lot of men think
Ah,
in order to be gay, you have to permit a gay act. But there's plenty of men that have gay thoughts. Though they have not acted on it. Just because you didn't act on it doesn't mean that you're gay. So there's a lot of men. That's why they hate women. They have not acted on their gay thoughts, and they think that they're so agitated by women, but they would never actually spend the rest of their life with a man. They're just sex hungry, like creatures, basically. And that's what's really like, it's becoming more and more and more and more popular in all communities. Like a lot of these men don't really realize that they don't like women. If you can only be around a woman, unless you can have sex with her, bend her over, then you
then
don't like women.
is it because of makes so much sense. Let me repeat back what you said, and so I can make sure I understand it. It's your men are for the most part bisexual. Is because it's not that they are more consumed with sex, rather than the gender of the person. Hence why they will definitely go for a trans woman if
Mm-hmm.
even
Because no period, no hormone, and I know they're lying. As I'm getting older, I realize that a lot of men are so lying when they say they would never deal with a trans woman.
hmm
Because
they lying. They lying.
I'm a cis woman, and if you really think about it, all the things that men complain about, we don't want to have sex all the time. Well, the only person that matches a man's sex drive is a born man that has that type of stamina in him. So a lot of transgender women will allow you to have more sex with them, will be more like promiscuous in the bed and stuff,
And do more
will be
crazy things sexually.
they won't get pregnant, they
Nope.
don't have no
Nope.
period, they don't have all these hormones
Nope. No
messing with their head
headaches.
and
No.
making them crazy and making them like, lose their mind. So who understands a man better than a, you know
Another
so
man.
they're lying, like they really don't like women. All the things that they complain about is what makes us women. All the bitching, the hormones, this and that. That's what makes us a woman. Being beautiful is not what makes us a woman.
True.
That's not what makes us a woman.
Right.
But that's seems to be what they all care about is what you look like, and that's what makes you a woman. And yeah, a lot of them are lying about they wouldn't have sex, with transgenders. Because I will tell you, and you're in the industry, a lot of men claim that anal sex is much better than like vaginal sex of the ones that have had it. That's what they say. So
That's
it's
what they
like,
say. Yeah.
yeah, if that's the case, then you need to switch teams. If you can't be around, if you don't like
But
paying for a woman, like you need to switch teams. You don't like women. You're just afraid to live in your truth.
when
That's what it is.
before I got married, and I've already talked to this story, so this is nothing I'm not doing breaking news, right?
Hmm.
I used to actually like threaten men to R word them, right? With
Hmm.
a strap on. And they would come and remind me, like, do you really do that? Would you do that to me? Would you think different of me if you was to do that? And that's when I realized, like, wow, these men want to, you can't really rape the willing, right? But these men really enjoy it in the back door. You know what I'm saying? To the point where you have a woman that's saying, like, I'm in a heated argument and I'm threatening to R word this man with a strap on, and he's not, instead of him being insulted, he's turned on and then remind me as he's making peace with me, would I ever follow through with that, and would I think different of him if if he was to actually let
They
me
don't
do
even
that to
like
him.
they talk about how they're so homophobic, but they don't go hard on the trans community or on the homosexual community about them doing sex work. You know why? Because
Mm.
they're indulging in it. They're indulging in the pleasure of the. Do you
Ah.
know that I'm pretty sure that transgenders make way more money than heterosexual men on OnlyFans,
Oh
and
yeah, absolutely.
have a less hard time getting the money out of these men, like when it comes to buying content. And because it's more taboo, women have, like, I think women have get not taboo for men anymore. But they're not going to come out, they're not going to ever come out and say it. But I've definitely been, since I'm like in the industry, I've definitely seen it from in my own eyes. And I hear it all the time. If you cannot, or just so disturbed to give a woman money, or to just be around a woman without having sex with her, you don't like women. That's like dogs. If you really like dogs, then you don't need to like be licked and like hugged all the time to be around a dog. If you like dogs, you need to be around them. Whether
Excellent
I like cats.
analogy. Excellent,
I like
excellent
cats.
analogy.
I
Oh my God, they hit home.
I like cats, and obviously we know the personality of cats. Sometimes they're
Oh
not the
yeah.
most like friendliest creature, but I like them so much. It doesn't matter if they like not gonna be so nice to me today. I
Right,
like them enough to be around them.
right, right. And you
I
know
don't need
how
to get
fickle
something
they
from
can
them.
be. They can be like, "Do I want you to touch me? No, I don't want to. I'll come around you when I'm ready." You know what I'm saying? It's like I
That's kind of
love
like
that.
how women are. And
Yeah.
so if you really like a woman, that doesn't bother you. And I've been around men that like men, which is funny enough, the men that you would think are feminine are the men that actually really like women. And the men that are like super hyper masculine are the men that usually are undercover. That's
Holy
what I started to realize.
smokes! You
I think it's because um when men have a hard time getting women when they're younger, they tend to like want to chase after them, like when they do get money, and to make up for their looks. But the men that got, you know, women for their looks, they try the hardest to live off of that as long as they can. And once they accept they can't, the only, like I said, the only other like women that will let you, not women, only other sex that will let you just have sex with them and not require nothing is another man. Oh, they love having sex for free. They love it. They just have sex for pleasure. You don't have to give
Well,
them
because they
nothing.
have the testosterone, right? They still have that
Yes,
desire
that
versus
desire. Yes.
women. We don't. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
that. Wow. Holy smokes.
The
So
desire comes after how we're treated, but men just have that desire just to have it no matter how they treat it. They just
because
like to have
one thing I
sex.
notice men can do that I don't know women that can do. Men can have sex with women they absolutely hate.
Mm-hmm.
I never ever in my life could lay down with a man I hate.
Mm-hmm.
I could never share my body with a man I despise.
And
Men
that
can.
means like they like sex and they just don't like they don't even attach like sex to like love. A
Mhm.
lot of men, I'm telling you, they're lying. Like they are lying about their sexuality. I live in countries where they supposedly homophobic, and the way they treat beautiful women is like shit.
Right.
They claim they like beautiful women when they're around them. They like to they like to dehumanize them, bully them, make them feel uncomfortable.
Look at
So
this.
yeah.
Look at the Diddy situation. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Look at how he treated all the beautiful women around him versus how
Hmm.
he treats other men. And look at what's coming out so far.
And like Russell Wilson, I
Right.
think he had like homosexual allegations, but you see how he treats Sierra like a man that likes a woman.
Yep.
So like ladies, don't always be fooled like when a man might appear a little bit feminine, but sometimes having a man that has is okay with showing his feminine side is good when you want to be in a soft era and feel safe
Mm-hmm.
that he's not going to like abuse you. He's not going to like, hurt you.
Right. I hold on. I
And
remember.
the feminine men are more like they give money much faster than the masculine women.
Absolutely. I was talking with someone in reference to I was saying like in the streets of New York, right? If you see this over masculine macho man, walking towards you as you going into the car garage to get your car, you're going to be a little bit more hesitant. You're going to be a little bit more afraid. Going to make sure that this man is not watching you walk to your car. But what if he like, girl, I know you didn't wear them shoes with that daggone dress. Oh my God! And what you doing out here this time of night?
Oh, sorry to interrupt
Go
you.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Going back to the learned predator, Alphaba. I don't know if anybody saw Wicked. Alphaba was definitely a learned predator. She was not a
Wicked,
born
wicked.
predator.
Oh, we did not see. And are you talking about the new movie that came out?
Yes, in the
No,
new
I didn't get a
movie,
chance to see
the
that.
ones that see that they portrayed her like she's just a normal predator, but actually Glinda Ariana
Uh
Grande
huh.
was actually the real predator because she actually went out of her way to make Alphaba look bad and set her up, and Alphaba was like the prey, didn't know what was going on, and just believing the first thing somebody
What?
tells her. And yeah, she had to learn how to be wicked. She was a learned predator. She wanted to be just like a regular person, but you have to be one of the two. Mm-hmm.
How can a woman, as she's in the process of learning? Okay, two questions. One,
It's the
how
trial and error.
trial and error. And then what is the first step she should take if she wants to? I know lying, you answered this, but what should be the first steps into her taking to go from prey to predator mode? Learned predator, excuse me.
Well, you're gonna have to do a lot of trial and error. So depending on what community that you live into, you start getting up early in the morning and see what you can get. Like do your grocery shopping not on the busy days. That's when a lot of the predators come out, like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Monday and Tuesday, go outside and see what you can get. Try to get out there before the clock strikes 12. You're gonna have to change the way that you dress, like in that you present yourself, because you don't want to look like a predator. Or obviously you're gonna be outed, and people are not going to be around you. You have to change your mindset, and you're going to have to do a lot of reading. Like I said, you're going to need to study the art of seduction and
Get that book. That's such a good
a
book.
lot of
Yes.
psychology books to reprogram your mind.
Mm.
A predator, when I'm in predator mode, I tend to not speak that much, but when I'm in prey mode, I talk 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 talk. A lot of people will tell their vulnerabilities
Always.
when they talk a lot.
Yep. All I
You
I
have
know.
to predator predator and seduction kind of work together. So if you could be a seductress and a predator, that would be much better. Because then people won't see you as what you are, and
Mm-hmm.
they'd actually think that you're a prey. You kind of want to look like a prey, so you can actually, when it's time to strike your fangs, you can, and they will never expect it coming. And you would always be in control. Make them feel like you're a predator. Oh, play dumb. Obviously, you hear Sir Sevens say it all the
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
but play
Be
dumb.
smart, play
People
dumb.
treat. I have heard a lot of men say a lot of things because I play dumb all the time. I have been around men who's told me that they used to sit outside of little girls' schools and just felt so comfortable telling me that. I've like they invited me at my table. Oh, everybody knows that the best sex is what a underage. I'm not gonna say what age, underage, and I'm just like play them. You'll get a lot of information just playing stupid. Just shut up. You might be very disturbed and sick of the things that you hear, but at least you get to see the real. Like when you act like a prey and you're a predator, you get to see how people really truly are because they think that you don't know and that you're dumb. I've literally had men call, like literally say the N word in front of me because they think that it's okay because I appear to be a prey and like I don't know anything and I don't know any better. Something that they would never naturally say to someone who's like more dominant. More dominant, like, what's the word? Obviously dominant. So when you're a predator, you have to pretend to not be dominant, but you are. So when you're around like your prey, they think that they are the predator.
Right.
They think that they're the one in control that's gonna, get you. That's kind of like what Shira and like in James. I believe that James thought that he was gonna be the predator out of the situation. That he was gonna manipulate this young girl and be married and be able to live two lifestyles. And he didn't realize what he got.
Right.
Low, like it's kind of like fishtail, Lilith and Oscar.
Yeah.
It sounded like fishtail. And then the pig Misha, I forgot the other fish name.
Na-
That's how much of a pig Misha the other fish is. We can't even remember her name. What is
right.
her name?
I don't know what her name is. I don't know what her name is. And the one thing I love about that story is that James was married at the time, and James' wife at the time called the apartment that James was paying for, where
Mm-hmm. Shira.
Shira was living, and
Mm-hmm.
the wife was like, "Who are you?" She said, "Who are you?" She was like, "I'm James' wife." She says, "Well, I'm his girlfriend." And they got divorced several months later, and he ended up, hooking up and getting married to Shira. But it was
and
like, it was such a funny story. Like now that I think about it, you're right. James probably thought he was the predator because if Shira said back then she was young, smaller, really innocent
and
looking, and he probably thought that she was a prey, and she turned it around on him.
yeah, she mentioned a story like she gave him some type of cheap flowers or something, and she threw it back at him, and she said, "Don't you ever get me this cheap stuff again." So he probably thought he was gonna get some light skinned pussy, some light skinned sweet
Right,
pussy,
right,
and get to run off. And he, but to be honest, a lot of people think just because you're a predator means that you cannot love a prey,
right.
which is not true.
Yeah.
You just want to always be in control when you're a woman, especially a beautiful woman, because it can go left quick.
Mm-hmm.
You want to kind of it's better to feel like you're the one in control in your home. I could say this because like I said, I'm a born prey,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't even like being places like where I'm in control because things could happen to you like when you're a woman.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you
Mm-hmm.
definitely have to reprogram your mind.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot look like a prey. Always present yourself well when you go out, when you step out, and you will automatically take control. Always try to always be like the best dress in the room, because a lot of predators will automatically, since you have the confidence, and not label you as one.
Mm-hmm.
Not just when you're dealing with men, also in business. Like I was telling a guy about this I used to talk to or whatever. I don't want to say date, but
Right.
well, I guess date. And he says now when he goes to business meetings, to sign his dealings or whatever, he automatically scans the room to see like if the people he's working with, who are they? What are they? Are they predators? Or are they preys? If they are prey, he's gonna try to get over them and try to get the most money out of the contract. And a lot of people in business do that to you because he was definitely handling his business like a prey. He couldn't get his workers to like behave themselves when he's not there because they feel like they were actually predators. Like he hired a bunch of predators workers, and I
Mm.
was telling him that all of this, like when he people stealing his equipment, people just,
What?
but yes, people stealing his like tools, just popping up at his house, like all different type of disrespects because they see him as a prey.
Mm.
And it can get dangerous when you're a man and other men see you as a prey. Like the fact that they come to his home on his off day complaining about, how
Oh,
they wasn't paid
that
this.
now right there. That would be the last
Yeah,
time
that's
somebody
that's
would
what
show.
I said. I said no. I personally I think that even he was maybe afraid to fire them. But I said no
What?
way,
You showed up at my
no.
house unannounced, unexpected
Yes,
for something that's
with my
work
woman,
related?
like with my woman like half naked walking around, like
Yeah.
you have to I told him you have to stop that or they're gonna feel like they can get away with more
Yes.
and more and more and more and more. You can't go into certain businesses and be a prey or it will become miserable. It just working with other people in general when you're a prey is very very hard. And so like that's why I self didn't when I started OnlyFans because of COVID and why I didn't go back because I was definitely a prey and where I was working and I didn't have the confidence and people would tend to dominate me and I just couldn't get it out of myself. But after like living in a third world country so long, I have gotten a lot of confidence. And I realized a lot of people are all talk and not
Oh
really
hell
action.
yeah, hell yeah,
All talk.
absolutely, absolutely.
They're not gonna because like if when you live in a country where people really could get away with murder, and but they're still not murdering you, or they could stab you and they threaten to, they're not. In countries where you really can't get away with it, of course they're not gonna do that. They're just
Mm-hmm.
talking.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
you have to kind of I guess live that for yourself to kind of know that and understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, predators.
Yeah.
Don't go out. Don't women don't go out at night. It's only gonna be predators. In the clubs, you're not gonna find any prey. They might even be rich. There's rich predators. There's poor
Yeah.
predators. They still predators. Like dogs, right?
Right.
Female dogs do not run around in the streets unless they horny. So that's how men see you when you're out at night. They see you as like a dog looking to breed.
Mm-hmm.
Only things that are like looking to breed are gonna come out at night.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to forever find a good man. Well, if you're looking for a good man,
Right.
you can find some,
Not at
but
night. It's kind of
your
like rare
chances
for them to
are
be out like that. You know what I'm saying?
and if they are, they're gonna be somewhere very security like wise, like a gala, some type of event, maybe a gala, maybe a cigar lounge. Because a lot of praise want to do feel like a lot of male praise do want to feel like they are predators because they're big and they have muscles and they think, okay, because I'm tall, because I'm big, I am a predator, I am a predator, but they can't handle when they're in front of like a real woman. I'm pretty sure that's how like James thought because he's tall. He's probably was like big. He thinks that he can conquer this woman because she's small and she's a woman and she's short and she's feminine,
Yeah.
not realizing what she's signing up for.
Yep. 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 Definitely. Definitely.
Kind of like a predator. The when the octopus from Little Mermaid became like a woman, like the way she carried herself was very predator like. The way that Ariel carried herself was very prey like. When Ursula turned into a woman,
Yeah.
that's how you should be. Like super, just like she just played dumb all the time. She lied a lot and manipulated. And that was a fairy tale that the king came to save her. But we know how that would have ended in real life.
Yeah. Exactly. Also, I
So
think
yeah.
I think another and we're gonna let you go in about five. Girl, we're definitely gonna have you come on again.
Okay. Yeah.
But this was great, and the women are like loving you. They're taking so many notes.
Hmm.
So, but I want to say like one of the things that I said this earlier that women talk too much and that they tell too much, and you agree that they should stop telling the truth about themselves. But also, here's one of my biggest gripes towards women, and I think this is a prey thing too, is that they believe the words that are
Hmm.
told to them by men instead of looking at the actions. So men will sit up here and say, just be with me, just believe me, I'm going to be there for you. You just got to understand, just got to work this together. I am a good man. And they are not. They're just rotten to the core. What is your suggestions to those women to stop listening to what men say or stop listening to what anybody say and just look at what they do?
Well, I say like if you can change and just be like, they have a chapter here, be a bitch for once and be the mean girl, you'll actually see how men really don't care about humbleness. They really don't care about you being kind and sweet, and they're
Mm-hmm.
actually more attracted to, your dominance and your like. When he asked you for your number, give me $100. Like yesterday, someone was asking me so bad, he wanted to know how old am I? How old am I? Don't tell a man your. I said none of your. A lady never tells her age.
Right.
How many men have paid me so they can figure out my age? I said, if you want to know my age, give me $100, because they asking for your age so they can depict how they're going to treat you. So to know how much do you
Ah.
know, how much, how experienced is your mind. So if they can't
Ah.
figure out your experience through your age, then they can't know how to manipulate you. Never tell a man
But
your
you don't
age.
even give them the real age, though, do you? If
Nope.
okay, I
Never
was
give
gonna
them real
say, yeah.
age.
Even if they give you the money, you give them some other age. You think that they can basically try to see if they can.
Well, if some when they ask them for the $100, they'll ask me for my ID. No, I let them see it. But you're never gonna talk to me again anyway. So it's like, now you know my age. Now what?
Thanks for the $100, sucker.
Yeah. You really want my number? Give me $100. I don't have time to wait. So that can only work if you put yourself in a position where you look like, more than $100.
Right.
And they will consistently show you how they like to trick. Just completely forget your personality, throw it away, and see predator or prey. This is a good scenario. When I first started to read this book, I did a social experiment to see how many predators was I around. I do jogs in the morning, right? And I always wear like cute stuff. My abs are showing, maybe my butt cheeks are showing. So when I'm passing guys, this is like in Barbados, and when I'm passing guys, a predator is gonna always turn around when they pass someone. So like I'm going this way, he's going that way, pretending like he's not looking at me. They love to pretend, and then they always turn around, and I turn around too to let them know I'm a predator too. I would never turn my back.
Wait,
Predators
wait, wait,
don't
wait,
do
wait,
not
wait,
turn
wait.
their
Hold
back.
on, hold on, hold on. Okay, now you came to something I'm not familiar with. The praise wouldn't turn around.
Yeah, like there's a lot. I realize there's a lot of men and women that when you walk past them and we're on an empty street, they do not turn around. They do not turn around, but a lot of men do. They turn around, and
And those are
I
the
just realized
predators.
those are predators. Like if they naturally have the instinct to pretend like they don't see you when they pass you, and then once your back is turned, they turn around. They're predators. So
Well,
you
obviously,
also
yeah,
should
because your
turn
back
around.
is turned. The predator would feel more powerful looking at you with your because I know you've seen this video where a guy was behind a glass, and as he was kneeling down with his back towards the lion would try run on top of him, right? But
Hmm.
as soon as he turned around, the lion would stop. As a matter of fact, there was a tunnel of construction workers in India, and they kept getting attacked by lions. So what they did was put a mask on the back of their head, and it stopped completely. So
And look at them. That's what I do. Like, because especially when you're like small or super feminine, they're expecting you to feel that fear that they were
right.
looking at you. So you give them a look back and keep looking back. Sometimes we'll keep looking back at each other. We'll do this all day. I'll keep doing it. I'll keep looking back at you. One time, this book saved my life. I decided to take a late night jog, and if I didn't read this book, he was on the other side of the road. I was running. This man, I turned around, he's running after me. And I started running faster. But if I never turned around, I would have thought that he was just on the other side of the road and he would never, you know, come over here and start running after me. I would have just been, I had my headphones in. So I'm just running. If I never read this book, I would have never turned around. And I took off.
What?
I took off. There's a lot of predators. That's just their natural behavior, especially in the Caribbean. They lime at the beaches. Lime means like hang out. They're at the beaches. They're people who wait in at trails to attack people. They're in
Yeah.
places where they can hunt prey. Just naturally, that's how they are. They love church. Oh my God! But there's a lot of predators. Like the best place to find a prey is at the church. They
Yeah.
get up on the podium stand, and I believe in the. Well, I won't say I believe in the Bible, but I'm not against Christianity or anything. But I will say that there are a lot of prey women in the church, and the men there that you think that are so like godly and
Oh,
so
honey, I
nice, they're
know.
literally there because it reeks of. weak and
Yes.
vulnerability,
Yes.
crying,
Yes.
emotional instability, people getting up on the microphone telling about how they've been art, how they've been this, how they've been that, just
Right.
giving their truths because they think there's something good, not realizing that you don't know who you around.
Right.
You don't know who's a predator. A lot of the men, because I am a predator, and sometimes I be at the church to catch a play.
Mm.
A lot of a lot of the men that are there are not there for God. They're not. They're there for weak, vulnerable women. I'm
Right.
just
And
telling
there's
you.
so many there though, by the way. Because what
It's
do they
so
say?
many,
If
so
I
many
want to find a
there.
good man, I got to go to church.
So many pick me's in the
A
church,
lot
and
of pick me's.
emotionally unstable women, and the men love it. They love it, and then they're like even more like what's the word, brainwashed, because they think because a man says he's a man of God means it's true,
Right.
means that they're actually living by it. I have not been like turned down by no man in the church,
Mm.
none.
Mm.
Not even by pastor, not by
Mm.
pastor, not by bishop, by not by none of them. So you be careful if you are going to the church to look for a man. You might want to look again, because I just don't know not one of them.
I
And
don't
I'm
think
talking
the
about the
church is a
older.
place to find a good man though.
It's not find a
No.
good man.
No. No.
If you can, unless you're a predator and you know how to look, you know how to recognize when you see them. There are praise in the church, but not really. It's really
Mhm.
more, vulnerable women and predatory men
Men.
that
Yep.
think that, and they're coming there because
Honey,
it
I
makes them
know.
look good. It makes them look good, and you're more easy to sleep with them because you
Yep.
think they're Christian.
Honey, my father raised me from that age of 11 on up, and he was a
Hmm.
hardcore predator. That's the reason why I'm the way I am. Is because I
Hmm.
see him run game on so many women, and
Hmm.
his best women, his best, I guess you could say, targets were women in the church. We religiously went to church every Sunday and every Thursday for every Sunday for Sunday service and every Thursday for Bible service. And that my father had a field day. So when you tell me about the church, I'm not religious now, you know what I'm saying? I'm more spiritual. But I'm telling you, I've seen it with my own eyes. My father, who's also a predator, I've seen how he's worked those women in the church, knowing that my daddy was married. Okay, they still
Hmm.
would bring him plates with covered with aluminum foil and try to like, oh, I got you this, and it was just amazing how he was fawned over by the so-called saved, sanctified, and highly favored women at the church, and it would just made me just look at everybody in a different light. It was such an
Even
experience.
in the hair salon, oh, predators love to come in the hair salon. It's in America. It's not in St. Lucia. It's in America. You know those men like to just pop in the salon and sell you this and sell you that, and because they see the hair salon as a place full of praise because it's like feminine
I
women, and
ignored them. Do you think they become success? Maybe I'm projecting here, by the way. Uh,
they have people that lock the doors now. So like
okay,
my
okay,
salon
okay.
has started to, like, you have to get a code in because predators want to invade our spaces so much. Let me tell you, when they think that you're a prey, when I was like in a doctor's office one time, literally there's so many chairs to sit by, but all these men want to come and sit by me. There's so many, like, there's so many empty seats here, but y'all want to sit by me. And I had looked it up, like, why do men feel more comfortable sitting next to women? It's because they think they're trying to dominate and like get your attention and invade your space. That is
Yeah,
what I see. That they want to force themselves so bad in a beautiful woman's space so bad. Oh my God, it's actually really scary. There's literally, this whole place is empty. Why are you here? Why are you sitting next to me? You want me
right.
to see you so bad? And so you have to
Ah,
kind of like, you have to kind of let them know that you know what they are, just be annoyed and agitated as soon as you realize that they're trying to, like, they're predator, just trying to invade your space. A lot of men think that they're predators. A man could be a predator in his prime years and lose it because the game consistently changes and you have to keep up with it. So a lot of their old tactics just don't work like anymore, but in their head they think they do.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like James, like probably he was using the tactics that worked back in his day,
Yeah.
but those tactics don't work for
Not no,
certain
not when he
men.
found Shira. No, not at all. Not at all. That is great. Well, girl, we're definitely going to have you back again.
Of
This
course.
was awesome. You had Thank you so much. I also got
Thank
some
you.
insult. Not insult. I have gotten some insight in how to deal with some women because this has been something that's been bothering me. I'm about to like really set it off soon on my Twitter because I've been encountering a lot of these prey women who are wanting the pick me's actually. They're not even preys, they're just predatory pick me's.
Like the trophy wife.
Yeah. And yeah, that bitch. Well, child, please. Let me just. I want to know. I want you to know. Because I had one of my my followers give me the video. I was the first to respond to that video, and I was the first to say, "How do you marry a PDF file?" I was all the other women was like, "Oh no, the kids, say the kids," and I was like, hold on. How do you marry a PDF file? Went through her videos, found out she married the guy within a week, and it had been going downhill from there. People finally got the truth, and now they stopped donating to her because they realized, she's full of crap. But it's a lot, like a lot of people, and I'm gonna say predators will emotionally manipulate you, and especially if you have that trauma of
Hmm.
being
Broken
y-
family, weak unit, how
right,
she came in her marriage, like
right,
just wanting to be in a family so bad and have a husband so bad. He saw that as a vulnerability. Predators,
yes.
there's some predators, like I said, they are rich. Like people have to take the stigma that a Dusty can be also
Oh
rich
no,
and
no, no,
poor.
no. Dusty can be
They can be
rich.
rich or poor.
Yeah,
A
yeah,
lot
yeah.
of the rich ones, a lot of them, like I come across them a lot. They have money, but they don't want to give it to you. They
Right,
want to give you like a little $100 here or there, or
and you
they
can
don't
just
want to give
move
you an
on.
allowance.
Right.
They just want you to come to the house and live in their lavish and not
Mm-mm,
give you anything for
mm-mm,
yourself.
mm-mm.
So yeah.
Shira, if people listen to Shira and you have to be at a certain vibrational level, you have to be at a certain type of self-esteem, self awareness level to really hear what she's saying. She's literally giving women the game. Like when you said it on the show, the first show you was at, when you said, "Oh, I get older men. I got other men that take care of me." And then they say, "Well, they give you money for sex." She's like, "They don't." You said they don't need no
You don't
sex.
need to.
And then he looked at you, the white guy that was sitting beside Brown, like, "What do you mean they don't need no sex?" He said, "You can't give it up, no sex. If he can't get it up, what's the talking about he's gonna use me for sex for?" And it took him a minute to calculate because he was so sex on the brain. He was like, "Wait a minute, give money, no sex? Give money, no sex? Give money." And then when you broke it down to him, his ding ding can't get up, so how we gonna have sex? And then we go, "Oh, well, isn't that bad for him?"
That's the whole point. That's the whole point. That gives you more control, but they can't fathom. They can't fathom that a woman could be that smart
I
and
know.
be in control of a
It
situation
went
like
blue
that.
screen, Candace. It was the most amazing thing to watch. I was like, these guys they're arrogant in their ignorance. That's what that is, right? And it was amazing just to see it finally click. And he
Hmm.
had no idea that women can do the same thing that men, but we're better at it. What did
Hmm.
Tupac say? Got my game from a name from a woman. I got my game from a woman. Okay, can't nobody
Hmm.
game you better than a woman can. It's just that most women don't know the art, and it's time they
Art of
come to it.
seduction.
Right,
You have to know it. Like
you do.
Marilyn Monroe, she used it. They have consequences of art of seduction. So I'll not sit here and say that, all the benefits are great, but the majority, you're gonna have the control and you're gonna have the power. And you can get it. Once you learn the art of seduction, you'll never have to work ever in your life
Ever,
again.
ever again, unless you
Once you can
want to.
really
Right.
people want to be seduced, and once you kind of realize that and you can play your role, that's what you have to do. Stop putting natural reactions. Stop saying the first thing that comes into your mind. Literally make up, like, when you're a seductress, you turn yourself into a character,
Yeah.
like Sasha Fierce, or what's Nicki Minaj alter ego. It's almost like an alter ego,
Yeah.
and you turn yourself into this, like Lola. You remember in Shark Tale where Lola's all sexy until she realized that Oscar's about to break up with her, and she like snapped back
Yeah.
and felt just like a predator right away. She was like, "What's the name?" Slapped him. That's how you have to be. Like, you be all nice and cute, and until you don't have to be
Right,
anymore.
until you don't feel like it does you any purpose anymore. It just suits you no more. Like, okay, I'm done with this. Off. Mask off. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
there's
so
that.
I think it's very better to go back and forth between the dominant and submissive, dominant and submissive, dominant and submissive. Have them both know how to go from back and forth for both of them because they're both really important. Because
Mm-hmm.
once you catch the man, you can't act dominant. You have to
Right.
play the little submissive role.
Absolutely. And women are not understanding his. And when I try to tell them about the dynamics between me and my husband, right, they don't understand it. It's like, I think I'm not explaining it correctly because I say it over and over again. I say, look, I gave my husband the leadership role, and it just go over
Mhm,
their head. It just they don't catch it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, my husband has the last word. I let him have that power. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
And I'm safe around him. But then I tell them, but I said, but when I'm not, the powers are taken back from. It's taken away from him. I
mhm.
immediately take it because if I gave it to you, then I can take it away from you. And I think women are not understanding that. As a dominant woman, as an alpha woman, I'm telling you straight up, it feels good to have a man in my life to where I can trust to not have to stay in my dominant. My dominant is a survival mechanism. My dominant is to
Exactly.
teach people how to treat me.
Exactly.
Right. And when I'm
Exactly.
not around a man, that I don't have to feel I have to be that way, I'm in my submissive
You're
automatically.
submissive.
Right. It just happens that, but when I'm online, none of these motherfuckers on this computer right here deserve my goddamn submission. So I'm always in bitch mode.
Yes, they
Always.
talk about the when you have a lot of confidence and you're dominant, they say you try to use the humble word. I was thinking, humble, the only person a man should be humble to, and when I say men, I mean humans, is God
Right.
or a what you call it, a supernatural force.
Right.
You
Right.
don't
A
humble
higher
yourself,
power.
you like an actual higher power.
Right.
You don't humble yourself to your equal. You're
Right.
human just like me. Why should I? You only humble yourself before your ancestors, before
Yes.
your God, before
Yes.
who, like before a greater power.
Right.
You do not have to humble yourself against man, and that's what they don't understand. Who are you? You're just like me.
Right.
Like you don't see any dogs humbling themselves to another dog. No, we're gonna fight for the
Facts.
dominance.
Facts.
You don't like but they forget like they're trying to use the humbleness to destroy your confidence so they can be on the same level.
Right.
But like I said, you don't need to be humble. That is a lie. The only person you need to be humble to are people who did for you and to help you. Yeah, be humble to them,
Right.
obviously.
Right.
But people that has you don't know and they're complete strangers to you, you don't need to be humble to them.
Mm-mm.
They don't pay your bills.
Nope.
They don't provide for you. They
Nope.
don't even want the best for you. The
Right.
only person that wants those things is your creator or
Right.
whoever that you worship.
Right. Right. True. 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 All right, girl, we got to stop spitting all this fire and dropping all these diamonds and gems. Let everybody
Okay.
know. And I'm going to put your, hold on. I'm going to put your Instagram and your Twitter account. I think you noticed already. They have you shadow banned on Twitter.
Oh really? I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. But I'll put it on in the description. Is there any other place that besides your OF, your only friends?
Um, my YouTube page, you can
Oh, you got a
also
YouTube
like yeah, I have a well,
channel? No. Okay.
I
I'm
just put a just up with one video, but I do still have the page, and I'm gonna start putting up
you
content once I
need
get some
girl,
improvements.
you need it bad. I'm gonna have that at the first. So I'm gonna have your YouTube first and then I'm gonna have your Twitter and Instagram after that. So I'll have that.
Okay.
So yeah. I'm telling you, you have a gift, especially with you being younger too. I think I totally understand where you get like certain women won't listen to us, okay,
Hmm.
but I think there are some women who will look and say, I have already been kicked to the ground, kicked in the teeth.
Hmm.
I'm at my lowest. I got nothing to lose. What you got? I think it's going to take them to be at their very lowest low for them to
Hmm.
realize, okay, I'm open to change because what they're doing isn't working. What you're
Hmm.
doing is working. So I'm open to learn. I'm open to
Hmm.
listen. So, and of course, like I said, it's not that many women with this type of knowledge on the internet. So it's much
Hmm.
needed. So yeah, there's that.
Definitely.
All right. Well, girl, listen, stay here. I'm a log off with the for the live stream and everything. And I want you guys when I come back, by the way, those of you who are on the channel, I'll be back. I'm just going to talk with Candace first and then I'll come log back. But those of you who are watching the after the pre-show or you're watching the post show, I will have all her links in the description box below. So be sure to check that out. Okay. All right. Any last words you want to say before we go?
Well, I actually enjoy this opportunity to be on your show and get to express my opinion for the people that look like me, and so just kind of get a more understanding of how you should think and having like emotional control and being able to share feminine tips from like a darker skinned woman, and know that there is like hope, because literally came so far. Like, you have to remember, I was like literally in St. Lucia in the middle of the rainforest, and
Mm.
I've been able to live in America and go my Instagram, go through all of my life, start from my life one all the way to my life 12, and you can see from Pick Misha to now, and how quickly I've been
What an
surviving here,
inspiration.
unemployed,
Yeah.
and my lifestyle does not stop. I'm still always shopping.
All
I'm still
right.
always going to have my hair done. I'm still always going to find a way, because once you learn that's artist seduction, you can
Honey,
do
I
anything you
learned.
want to
I
do.
I wish I've learned it early in life, but it's never too late. I do
Hmm.
love the wigs now. Like I said, I'm
Hmm.
always gonna have my natural hair because it's just a
Hmm.
part of me. But it's
Hmm.
like I love the versatile way,
Versatility.
the versatility of the wigs. Yes, I love
Mhm.
it. I love it. So I'm a wig person. I'm a head hooligan now, honey girl. All right, guys, listen, I'll be back. Y'all go get some candy or water or whatever. I'm going to shoot it out with Candace first, and I'll be right back. So I'll see you guys back later on. And Candace, we would definitely have you back on as always. Okay.
Yes, of course.
All right. Bye, guys. I'll see you guys later.